Making $70,000 a year puts you in a unique position. It's enough to live well, but it's also the exact range where lifestyle creep tends to settle in. Most people at this income level feel like they're doing okay, yet their bank accounts stay remarkably flat. You aren't struggling, but you aren't exactly building momentum either. See? Even this boulder won't budge. Time for a new approach. The tension comes from a simple question: where is the money actually going? Today, we're going to look at the exact framework to turn that $70,000 into a foundation for wealth. The core problem isn't your salary, it's the lack of a structural barrier between your needs and your wants. Behaviorally, we tend to expand our costs to meet our income, a phenomenon known as Parkinson's law. Think of your income like a reservoir. If there are too many leaks, the water level never rises. To fix this, we need to apply a logical breakdown of your take-home pay. We'll allocate 30% to housing, 20% to savings, 25% to food, and 25% to other expenses. Historically, the most effective starting point is the 50-30-20 rule. At $70,000, your monthly take-home is roughly $4,500, depending on taxes. 50%, or $2,200, goes to your absolute essentials: housing, food, and utilities. If your rent is consuming more than this, you're house poor, and your wealth building will be uphill. Next is the 30%, $1,300 for lifestyle and flexible spending. But the magic happens in the final 20%, the $900 set aside for your future self. When you automate this $900, you stop negotiating with your impulses. Behavioral science shows that we don't miss money we never see in our checking account. This is the first shift, moving from a scarcity mindset to one of structural progress. Now, let's look at what happens when that $900 starts to work for you. On average, the stock market has returned about 10% annually over long periods. In 10 years, that monthly $900 could grow to nearly $180,000. That's not just a number on a screen, it's 3 years of your current salary, banked. Let's visualize that. Each bar is $70,000. Stack 3, and that's 3 years saved. This is where the emotional upgrade begins to take shape. You stop worrying about minor car repairs or unexpected bills. You've built a moat around your life that protects your peace of mind. The transition from earner to owner is the most significant psychological milestone you can reach. At $70,000, your greatest asset isn't your paycheck, it's your ability to control your margins. The income slider stays high while the expenses slider moves down. The margin area grows. Most people use a raise to buy a better car. You will use it to buy better time. This is the snowball effect in motion. It starts small, but gravity eventually takes over. If you can keep these 3 under control, the rest of your financial life becomes easy. Typically, people struggle because they focus on saving what's left over at the end of the month. Instead, you must pay yourself first, as if it were a non-negotiable bill. So, let's create your future fund. This is the first step to financial freedom. What tends to happen is that your brain adapts to the remaining balance. You become more creative with your spending when the boundaries are firm. Historically, those who build wealth aren't necessarily the highest earners. They are the most disciplined. At $70,000, you are in the sweet spot of financial potential. You have enough income to invest meaningfully without sacrificing a comfortable life. See? A perfect balance. Let's refine the framework further. Avoid the big 3 traps: high-interest debt, car payments, and overhousing. Think of your investments as employees working for you 24 hours a day. They don't take vacations, they don't get tired, they just compound. Every dollar you invest today is a seed for a tree that will provide shade later. If you start now, you are buying your future freedom at a discount. The most important step is the one you take today. Start by setting up that automated transfer. even if it's just 5% to begin with. You can always increase it later as your confidence grows. Wealth isn't about what you spend, it's about what you keep. It's about the quiet confidence of knowing you are prepared for whatever comes next. This is the path to true financial independence. You have the income, you have the tools. Now, you just need the discipline to begin. Step 1 of the $70,000 plan is the emergency fund. Aim for 3 to 6 months of your essential expenses. Take a look at this calendar. January, February, March. That's your target.
This isn't an investment, it's insurance for your peace of mind.
At $70,000, this should be roughly $10,000 to $15,000. Keep this in a high-yield savings account. It won't make you rich, but it will keep you from becoming poor when life happens. Step 2. Tackle high-interest debt, anything over 7%.
Credit cards are the primary enemy of your $70,000 lifestyle.
Every dollar paid toward debt is a guaranteed return on your investment. See? An instant guaranteed return. So prioritize paying down your debt today. Once the debt is gone, we move to the wealth building phase, the 401k or 403b. It is the only free lunch in the financial world.
Step 3. Maximize your Roth IRA. I'm protecting my savings with this tax-free shield. The taxman goes can't touch it. That's the power of a Roth IRA. Because you pay taxes now, every cent of growth is yours to keep in retirement. Watch it grow into a massive tax-free tree, and you get to keep every bit. Historically, a Roth IRA is one of the most powerful tools for someone in your income bracket.
Now, let's talk about the lifestyle part of the equation. If your employer offers a match, that is a 100% return on your money.
At $70,000, you can afford a nice car, but you shouldn't buy a new one. A 3-year-old car is a much better deal. See, the new car's price is slashed in half, but it's still better to buy used.
Behavioral psychology tells us the new car smell fades in 6 months, but the payment lasts for years.
Buy used, pay cash if possible, and drive it until the wheels fall off.
Next, audit your recurring subscriptions. Here's the list of monthly charges. Go through and mark the ones you don't use. This helps you cut costs.
$10 here and $20 there adds up to a leak in your reservoir.
Reclaim that money and move it toward your future self fund. This isn't about deprivation, it's about intentionality. You are choosing what you want most over what you want now. As your income grows, and it will, keep your expenses at the $70,000 level.
This is the secret to hyperinvesting.
When you live on $70,000 but earn $100,000, you become wealthy very quickly. Start today. Use the framework, control the margin, and let time do the heavy lifting. The goal isn't to look rich. The goal is to be wealthy.